Hi everyone, workout number 6. We're going to start with a warm-up, and while we're doing our warm-up, I'm going to explain the workout that we're going to do today. Today's workout, don't be afraid, I'm going to call it Burpee Madness, because by the end of the workout, we're going to have completed 60 burpees total. So we'll start with a bit of a warm-up, so warming up our upper body, and I'll explain the workout. So I'd like you to just reach nice and high, extending through the side of your torso. So we're going to complete 4 different exercises, 12 reps, 3 sets, and after each set we'll be completing 5 burpees. So the first exercise will be the sumo squat. So how it works is you'll complete 12 sumo squats and you'll do 5 burpees and you'll repeat that 2 more times. So that will complete exercise 1. Exercise 2, we're going to do a lower leg raise, so you'll complete 12 lower leg raises. We'll finish warming up our chest. 12 lower leg raises, 5 burpees, and you'll repeat that 2 more times for a total of 3 sets. Okay, so we're just gonna bring an elbow across to the knee, just warming up our hips and getting our abdominals working. Our third exercise is gonna be a Superman or a Superwoman. You'll do 12 reps, 5 burpees, repeat 2 times, and then my last exercise will be a glute bridge with a leg raise, 12 repetitions, 5 burpees, and you'll repeat that 2 times. So let's go in behind, reaching and warming up our hamstring. So just reaching for your opposite heel, opposite hand to opposite heel. Great. So 60 burpees by the end. You should get your heart rate up and lots of good leg work, core work, and a bit of cardio while we're at it. We're going to do a couple of squats. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the squat because the first exercise we'll do is the sumo squat. The sumo squat's going to be a little wider than my warm-up squat, but the same sort of things apply when I am doing a squat. I want to keep my chest up. I want to keep all the muscles down my spine engaged, so my chest is up. When I look down over my kneecap, I want to make sure that my kneecap is in line with my second, third toe, so the middle of my toes, and that my knees don't go past or forward beyond the tips of my toes. So those are a couple good guidelines. So again, chest up, kneecaps in line with the second or third toe, and I want to make sure that my knees don't go past my toe. When I get to the top of the squat, I want to engage my glutes, so make sure that I squeeze my butt at the top. Great, we'll do a couple of jumping jacks. And then we'll go down to the mat for 5 push-ups. So just continuing to warm up our upper body, giving your wrists a couple rolls, arms a little bit of a shake. So 5 push-ups. Great. When we are doing our burpees for the workout, so each time you complete 5 burpees, you can do a push-up with your burpee, or you can do your burpees without a push-up. Do a couple more squats. So again, chest up, kneecap over that second, third toe, and just making sure that the knees don't go beyond the toes. And then we'll just do 2 more here. And then we'll just do a couple jacks, so we'll just jack it out, make sure that we're warming everything up. And we'll do 5 more. And then we'll go back down to the mat for 5 push-ups. So the only thing you need for this workout, if you have a mat, you can use a mat. But the only other thing that you need is just make sure you have a drink of water. If you do need a longer break between sets or exercises, just pause the video, take a break. Because each time we complete 3 sets of 1 exercise, so once we're completely done with 1 exercise, I'll give you a 1-minute break. It'll give you a chance to grab a drink and get ready for the next one. Okay, so I'm going to turn some music on. I'm going to grab a sip of water myself, and we'll get started. Okay, so we'll start with our 12 sumo squats. So really nice wide squat. I want to tilt my feet out probably about 45 degrees. The wider your feet are, the further out you want to angle your toes or your feet. Same thing applies though. My knees are going to be over my second, third toe. Nice and deep in the squat. Let's get our workout started. Here we go. Squeezing your glutes at the top. Halfway. And last one. Just gonna turn that music down a little bit. So we're gonna do 5 burpees. Here we go. So remember, burpees either with or without a push-up. And that's 5. Back to the sumo squat. Here we go. Feet nice and wide. Chest is up. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Pushing the knees out. Halfway. And last one. 5 burpees. Here we go. Last one. Back to sumo squat. Feet nice and wide. Here we go. Pushing those knees out. I think that's halfway. And last 2. That's 11, that's 12. 5 more reps of burpees. Here we go. Great, so we got a break. That was your 3 rounds. We're gonna move on to lower leg raise next. So we'll take a minute break. Okay, so for the lower leg raise, really important that you keep your lower back down to the mat. You wanna lower your legs as low as they can go without your lower back popping up. You wanna think about pushing your belly button down through and to the mat. And you can have your shoulder blades up or shoulder blades down to the mat, it's your choice. So a little more intense would be lifting those shoulder blades up. Okay, let's get set. So 12 reps, and then we get right into 5 burpees. All right, lower leg raise, here we go. So 12 reps here. So again, that lower back is to the mat. Last 2. And last one. Up to our feet, 5 burpees. So again, burpees with or without push-ups, it is your call. And it's not all or nothing. If you want to do 2 with push-ups, Do 2, finish 3 without. And we'll just stay down here for our lower leg raise. So again, shoulder blades up or shoulder blades down. And that's halfway. Last 2. Back up for 5 burpees. And we're on to our last set, the lower leg raise. You can really feel it on the 3rd set. Keeping that lower back into the mat. Almost halfway. Halfway, 6 more reps. Last 2. And last one. 5 burpees. Hang in there. We're halfway done our workout after these 5 burpees. One minute, and then we'll be back for our 3rd exercise, which is going to be the Superman, Superwoman. So grab a sip of water. So for the Supermans or Superwomans, you're going to be, you want to think about almost balancing on your belly button on the mat. So you're going to be on your stomach. When I extend both arms, I want to do my best to keep my elbows straight. If I have to bend my elbows slightly, that's okay. But if you can, if it's available to you, biceps will be by the ears. I'm going to lift both legs together. I'm just going to hold for maybe a count of 2 seconds. Both legs come off the mat, both legs are together, so feet are together. So I'll just demonstrate a couple Supermans for you. So again, I'm down on the mat, arms overhead. Arms and legs lift together. I gotta keep my feet together. So arms and legs lift together. I just want to hold for about a count of 2 and then down to the mat. So that was your Superman. And again, we'll be up for 5 burpees. So let's start with our Superman. So we're doing 12 Supermans and then 5 burpees. Repeat 2 more times. Here we go. I really want to think length. Engage my core. Halfway, so legs and arms together. So I want to think lifting and lengthening. And last 4. Squeezing my glutes. So squeezing your butt will help. And thinking about also trying to keep your shoulders away from your ears by keeping your lat muscles on. And last 2 reps. So shoulders away from the ears, lifting and lengthening. Last one. And make sure that my glutes are on and engaged. Okay, so up for 5 burpees. This one's gonna be tough. Whew, those Supermans, if you're doing them right, are gonna take a lot out of you. So 5 burpees. Okay, so we're back down on the mat for our Superman. So again, keeping the shoulders away from the ears by keeping those lat muscles on, the ones underneath your armpits, engaging your glutes, lifting, thinking lifting and lengthening. Here we go. Don't let those shoulders creep up. And we're halfway, so 6 more. Engaging those glutes, engaging that core. And last one. So we're back up for 5 burpees. Here we go. Excellent work. So in this last one, so it's our last round, just with your gaze, just make sure your gaze is straight down to the mat. So you don't have to be looking up either to one side or, looking forward. So just keeping a neutral, nice neutral spine, neutral neck. Here we go. So making sure your glutes are engaged. Neutral neck, neutral spine. Shoulders away from your ears. Core is on. Three more. And last one. Back up to our feet for 5 burpees. Here we go. So we're just gonna take a minute break. So again, grab some water, take a minute. If you do need an extra bit of a break, you can pause the video, no problem. Just gonna check on our time. Oh, we're doing great. We're almost 20 minutes in of work, so that includes our warm-up as well. So our last exercise is the glute bridge, so just continue to enjoy your break. So our glute bridge, we're gonna be basically probably feet well close enough to your butt that you can almost touch them. So I should be able to, when I'm flat, just about be able to touch the base of my heels. So that's kind of ideally where I wanna be. So when I'm gonna push up through my feet, I wanna raise up my hips, I wanna keep my glutes engaged the entire time, and it's gonna be an alternate leg raise. My head and shoulders remain down at the mat, my hands can just be right beside me. So glutes come up, I engage, and then I'm gonna So one each side will basically be 1 rep. So just get into position, so down on the mat. So as I'm lying down, my head and shoulders are down on the mat, and I should be able to reach the heels with the tips of my fingers. So we've got 3 rounds of this, 15 more burpees, and that'll complete our 60 burpees for tonight. So excellent work. So heels come again, close to the butt. I should be able to touch the tip of my heels with my fingertips. And here we go for our glute bridge. So engaging my glutes, I want to push into my feet, so I should feel nice engagement with my hamstrings. And 1 extension per leg is 1 rep. So we've got 12 reps here. Everything else remains still as I reach. So pushing into that supporting leg, you should feel glutes and hamstrings on, engaging your core. Everything else relaxed. This is pretty much most of your body. Your shoulders should be nice and relaxed here. We're almost there. This is 10. And last rep. And up to our feet for 5 burpees. So again, burpees either with or without push-ups. Here we go. Okay, back down to the mat. Glute bridge, so getting yourself set up. Heels are close enough so that you can touch them. Out we go. Face is nice and relaxed. Engage your glutes, engage your core. Here we go. So pushing into that full foot. Should feel my glutes and my hamstrings on. Make sure my core stays tight. Three more. And 1 more each side. Excellent work. Back up for 5 burpees. So at this point we've done 50 burpees, so it'll be 55 after these 5. Here we go. And last one. And last glute bridge, we're almost there. So setting yourself up, fingertips close to those heels. Just want to make sure you can see me okay. All right, hips go up, glutes are on. Here we go, last round. Don't let your hips dip. That's halfway. Keeping those hips up, glutes are on, hamstrings are on, core is on. 3 more reps. Last one. Last 5 burpees coming up. This is it. Finish strong. This makes 60. Here we go. Last one. Awesome work. We're going to do a little core finisher. So take your time, grab a drink, catch your breath, And meet me back here in a minute, and we're gonna do a little core finisher. So a little bit of an isometric core to finish things off. So I'll explain the core finisher. Just gonna get my timer ready. So the core finisher is going to be a series of planks. Each one is going to be 30 seconds in length, and we're just gonna vary up our position. So we're gonna start with a high plank. So anything high is gonna be from our hands. Anything low, we're gonna scoot down to our elbows. So we're gonna start with a high plank from our hands, and we're gonna do that one for 30 seconds. All right, so here we go. Getting into a nice plank position. So my plank position, I wanna make sure that I'm getting some weight back into my heels. I wanna make sure that my core is engaged, my glutes are engaged, and my quads are engaged. So I wanna squeeze my butt, I wanna squeeze my legs, get some weight into my heels, and make sure those lats are engaged. So we're gonna hold that high plank for 30 seconds. We're gonna bring it down to a low plank for 30 after that. Move to our side, side high, side low, and that should finish us off. Okay, so getting into that high plank position, 30 seconds. Here we go. So again, getting some weight back in my heels. I wanna look down at my hands. I can actually see myself in the video. So I know that my shoulders in line with my elbow, which is in line with my wrist. And I wanna make sure that I'm not collapsing. I don't wanna make sure my bum's not up in the air. I wanna make sure that everything is in a nice, long, sturdy, strong plank. So we're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna move down to a low plank position. So we're gonna go down to our elbows, and we're gonna hold that one for 30 seconds. Here we go. So it's the same thing. Wanna make sure that my glutes are on. Wanna make sure my lats are on. Wanna make sure my quads are on. I'm putting some weight back into my heels. We're about halfway now. Keep that lower rib cage tucked under. And we're here for 10, 9, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna move over to the side plank. I'm gonna give you a couple options for the side plank. So the first side plank is gonna be high, so it's gonna be from our hands. You can have your hand on your hip. You can put your hand over top of your other hand if you really felt like you were unstable. With your feet, you can stack your feet, one on top of the other, or you can splay your feet, so you can have one foot in front of the other. So I'll just kind of demonstrate. Hopefully you can see me here. So again, I can have, the first one is gonna be the high plank. So if I'm having a difficult time here, I can put my hand across my chest, hand on my hip. I can make it up here if I like. I can have my feet stacked, or I can have one foot in front of the other. One foot in front of the other just looks like this, so I have both feet sort of grounded on the mat. Okay, so we're going here for 30 seconds. Here we go. So again, my one foot can be in front. It's really helpful that I keep that lower leg especially engaged. I want to keep my glutes engaged. My lats are engaged. I'm going to be pushing into my hands, raising my hips up to the sky. So again, I can raise my hand up if I like. I can put my hand on my hip. And we're going to stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to move over to the other side. So high plank on the left side. All right. We know what to do. Stack feet, one foot in front of the other. Your choice. I'm going to do this one with my hands on my hips. So I want to make sure it's going to really help me, especially if I have my feet stacked, that I want to keep my glutes engaged. So I want to squeeze my butt. So again, I can have that one foot in front of the other. If I'm losing stability, I can have my hand up in the air. If I want to increase the intensity. And we're almost there. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to switch to the opposite side. This time we're going to go a low plank. So that means it's from our elbow. This one's a lot easier. If you're wanting to, you can put your other hand, so the arm that's not active, just sort of like hand on the wrist, can help you out and keep you stable. Okay, so we're going to do this one for 30 seconds, other side 30 seconds, and then we're done. Here we go, 30-second side low plank. So again, I can have my hand here. I can have my hand on my supporting arm, Feet are stacked, one foot in front of the other. If you're finding even that extremely difficult, you can go down. Your bottom knee can go down onto the mat, and then you can keep those hips raised and up in that sort of position there. And we're gonna be here for 5 more. 4. Again, you can raise the arm if you want added intensity. 2 and 1. So we're gonna switch to the other side. It's our last side plank low. Here we go. And up we go. So again, squeezing the glutes. You can raise that arm, keeping those hips lifted, keeping the glutes on, keeping the quads on. Nice and straight and strong. And we are here for 10 more seconds. Hang in there. And we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's time. So we're just gonna do a quick little stretch. I'm just gonna check our time here. See how far we are. Yeah, we're about 30 minutes, so that was perfect. So we're just gonna stay down here on the mat. So I'm just gonna grasp my hands in behind, dropping my shoulder blades down, opening up the chest. So if you did do your burpees with push-ups tonight, you got 60 push-ups in, so excellent work. If you did not, that's still 60 burpees, so really great job. Hopefully you got a little bit of a sweat, a little bit of core work, lots of glutes and hamstrings, lots of jumps, lots of squats, and that glute bridge. Lots of posterior work as well with the Superman, Superwoman's. So we're just gonna stretch that out. We'll just do a little shoulder stretch across. So just dropping that shoulder down, thumbs up. Nice work. So I'll post another video in another few days, so I know everybody's kind of home right now looking maybe for activity. The next workout that I am gonna post, so we'll just switch arms. So again, dropping that shoulder blade down, moving the arm across, thumbs up. So the next workout that I am gonna do, I'm gonna be doing with 10-pound dumbbells. If you have 5-pound dumbbells, excellent. If you have 8-pound dumbbells, those are a good option. So that's the only piece of equipment that you need. If you wanted to use, I suppose you could even use soup cans if you wanted to use soup cans. Some of the exercises, however, you can actually use with no weight. So we'll just give our upper body a shake. And we're gonna come down to the mat. I'm gonna stretch my quads down here on the mat. So you can use, again, any dumbbell that you have around the house. If it's a 5-pound, great. Even if it's a 3-pound dumbbell, I'm sure you'll get something out of it. If you have a body bar at home, you could even do some of the exercises with the body bar. And if you don't have dumbbells and you're not interested, you can skip that workout. The next couple of workouts that I post after that, I'll make sure that I have no equipment workouts. So it's all just body weight workouts that you can do with just a mat and your phone, your device, your computer, whatever you're watching this on. The last stretch that we're going to do, we're just going to come up to standing position. And you can even do this one lying down if you like. I'm going to bring my left ankle over my right knee. I'm going to open up that, I'm going to open up my knee, I'm going to flex my foot, and I'm just going to sit down. So this one should be stretching out my glutes nicely. And if you need to, you can sort of hang on to something. Chair. And then we'll just switch sides. So we'll just give that a shake. I'm gonna cross my opposite ankle over my opposite knee. I'm gonna open up this knee, flex this foot, and have a seat. And we'll just hold it here for a couple more seconds. And then the last one, we're just gonna breathe. Deep breath all the way up to the sky. And we're just gonna fold over, touch our toes. Nice little stretch for our hamstrings. We'll do 2 more times. Big swan dive forward. And last one, big inhale all the way up. 1 more time, folding over, stretching out those hamstrings. We'll hold this last one for a couple extra seconds. Just Just give your head a shake. And slowly rolling up. Great job, 60 burpees, excellent work. Burpees with push-ups, that meant 60 push-ups as well. Nice job, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you for my next workout, workout number 7.